Hey everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, I want to share with you a small fraction of what it is I teach on the life planning class that I teach, the strategic life planning. I also discuss this sometimes under the headings of the stages of life. But today, I'm actually going to talk you through a very simple plan. Why do I do this? I am very conscious that the community I come from, nobody really plans. Most people live haphazardly. We just happen to be born, we just happen to be in the space, we happen to finish school, and then we get some job, and then we get income, we live a lifestyle, but because of that, it is also very common in our community to find pensioners who need money. We are forever donating. We are donating for actors, we are donating for teachers, we are donating for unemployed people. Because regardless of the careers we do, the behavior is common. We do not plan in the typical. And because we don't plan, we have these situations, but these situations are now becoming quite difficult for the people who need the help and for the donors also. There's a lot of donor fatigue at the moment. The donors are tired. So if you saw some of the pioneers getting support, I promise you that same support will not be available for you. What would be sensible and strategic is for you to put structures in place to make sure that you've guaranteed outcomes for yourself. I was one of the luckiest people on earth to be privileged to be giving financial planning at age 19 as a gift. And I'm going to share some of those things with you in this video. You know, enlightened people don't live haphazardly. When I went to that class, I saw a lot of enlightened people. Some of them came to their class with their children. Some of them even came to that class with 3 generations of their family to come sit down and listen. It happened to be that, as usual, it was just me and my face representing me and my people in that page. And it was even accidental. It was a gift. Anyway, this is the plan. You are a child up until 18. So enjoy your childhood. 18. You would have finished school, likely compulsory school, and if you live in England, and even if you do the elective sixth form or college, 18, latest 19, you are done with that aspect of education. That's when the intentional choices become. You may well go to university and finish at 21, 22. This plan means that whilst you are in university, you need to start putting some of these mechanisms in place, because the plan says that from age 20 to 25, you knuckle down and you work like a Trojan. What you are trying to do then is put down some money, save money for a deposit on a house. Age 20 to 25, your main vocation is to save the 10 or 20% to put down on a house, so that by age 25, you can buy your house and you can take a 25-year mortgage. Let's go through them slowly. This is the strategy. It's called aiming for 50 or going for 50, planning your order of life up to 50, so that from 50 onwards, life will be ordered and you will have a peaceful existence and you will not be stressing about money and the rest. If you are going to raise the money by 25, you are not going to live frivolously. No, you are not going to Ibiza with all your friends every 6 months. No, you're not. You're going to keep that money. You will not be going on stupid holidays. No, you will not be having booze ups every weekend. No, you won't. Oh, no, you won't. You will not be doing drink ups. Oh, no. You will be working like a Trojan. You will be saving every dime. You will even probably take a second job, and you will start looking for side gigs, because you need it in the mainframe to be able to get that kind of money put down to get your house. Discipline is what is going to happen to you between ages 20 and 25. You may well be finding a partner. You may well be settling down, or you may not, depending on how you want to live your life. Those who describe this so that by 25 you are actually also settled, especially if you're a woman. But okay, let's leave that aspect to one side and stick to the financials right now. 25, you buy your house and you take a mortgage. for 25 years. That means by the time you are 50, you would have repaid the mortgage diligently, and you will be living mortgage-free, rent-free by 50. By most people's calculations, that leaves you, even if you stay in normal employment, at least 10 years. If the pension age has not changed where you are, that gives you 10 years. These things were calculated based on the 60-year retirement arrangement that was in place for a long time. So 10 years to be able to put things in order, to enjoy some life before you go to pension. So you are still working for 10 years without paying a mortgage. You are still working and earning your income, and you can use that to clean up whatever debts you had, clear your credit cards. Yes, putting children in college and the rest of it is expensive, but you can use this 10-year period to clear all those things. What would have been your mortgage can now go towards clearing your debt. Boom, 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 boom. By 55, you've cleared your debt. At age 30, the other significant thing that should happen, at age 25, you should start paying into a pension. If you start paying into a pension, that gives you 35 years of paying into a pension, 35 years of active service in a pension. That is about enough to accrue enough to live very simple life, very relatable to where you were operating, not at the very high top fancy, but a pension that would be able to keep you ticking over. If you add that to your state pensions, then you are actually living above average. Okay, 25, you should be paying into a pension, and you should continue to pay diligently into that pension. By 30, you take a savings bond. Most people recommend you take a 25-year savings bond, and the timings are very important on this one. If you take a 25-year savings bond, by age 55, you have that saving bond maturing and returning a lump sum cash amount into your account. That lump sum cash account, if you have not even used your wages to be able to clear your debt, should clear your debt. That lump sum cash account should give you some to buy your car when you are retiring. It may even be able to give you a few months holiday post-retirement. That should give you money to set yourself up, to get a car, to get a this, to fix the roof, to do a this, to do a that, so that on the day you retire at 60, you are doing so, all set up, all made up, all good to go live your best life. Most people have an amazing life from 60 to 65, 68. By 70, a lot of the health problems would have kicked off, but you do have a better time if you've lived well and been sensible on the average. Now, there are some people who take interim ones. I took a 10-year one a few years ago. That matures on the 1st of January 2026 for me. That is very significant. The reason why I timed it this way is in 2023, my first child went to university. He will finish in 2027. 2024, this summer, my second child will go to university. Now, having two children in university that we sponsor is going to do terrible things to our finances. I mean, one child there has already done damage to the finances. I can only imagine what two in there is going to do to the finances. But okay. 2024 through 2025, disaster. But that will be year 1 for the second child and year 2 for the third child. By 1st of January 2026, we will be in the final countdown for the first child, coming to his last few months of university, getting ready to set up. This amount of money I will get will help me check and balance some of the debt that we have created as a result of putting the children in. This amount of money hopefully will give me a little egg nest so I can give this boy some money towards starting a business or setting himself up some way so that he is able to go. Some of this money should be able to help me start winding down and preparing my finances and recovering before even the mortgage is kicked off. And yeah, at this time, my mortgage will be checking out. My mortgage will be very actively getting ready to check out. I did this 10-year interim one to help me tide over easier, so that by 50, when my mortgage is paid off, my credit card should be paid off. I've knocked back off those extra 5 years that would have been used to repair the credit in the strategy. By 50, I should really be down to what I will eat and drink. Well, how much can one old woman eat and drink? How much can one old woman need? How much can one old woman use? And for that reason, what's going to happen is that by age 50, yours truly is supposed to look at my finances and thank the day I went on that course. Let's go through the milestones for you again. This is all I'm doing on this free video. If you really want to do this properly, get into the class and come take the full class and come listen to all the details and learn. By age 20, you should start saving. That's not for partying, it's for saving your deposit. So that by age 25, you have the deposit in place. If you're going to get married to somebody, you need to ask him, hey, I'm buying a house by 25. Where do you stand in there? How much do you have saved? I asked my husband that question. I'm buying. If you want to live with me, if you want to grow with me, we are buying. We need to start disciplining to save. So we did. We saved and we bought. We have been paying it diligently. Now we are approaching, my husband and I are tipping towards this 50. And because we are tipping towards this 50, the mortgage is also tipping towards its end. When 50 comes, mortgage should be paid off. By 30, you take your savings bond for 25 years, so that by 55, you have a massive cash inflow to help you clear your debt, to clear your table, and to get a fresh start. Some people like me also take interim ones. The interim one I'm taking is maturing. That one was only a small one. I have 2 of the 25-year-old ones going. Actually, 3 of them. 3 of the 25-year-old ones going. Those ones you pay as a bill. You don't even think of, because it's such a long time of repayment before you can get the money. And the thing with these bonds is it locks in. I looked at mine. If I was desperate and I wanted to cash in what would be due to me on the 1st of January 2026, if I wanted to cash in now, I will get, I think, 30% of what I have paid in. Crazy. So there's no way I am going to touch that money. I'm going to wait until the 1st of January 2026, and I'm going to be singing and dancing to the bank. Put it in my account. Put it in my account, people. Give me my money. Give me my money. I'm going to go in and I'm going to harvest that money, and I'm going to use that to check and balance my stuff. By 50, you should really be living mortgage free. By 55, you should be debt free, and you should just be looking to buy food and drink and live your best life. If you plan your life this way, the end of life is actually very enjoyable. You have more money than sense. And sometimes you have more money than the health to even enjoy it, but you have the money. You will not be reduced to become a beggar on the streets. You will be able to afford your medication. You will be able to afford the emergencies that are not real emergencies in life, because they are part of the aging process. And you will be at peace. You will not be begging. You will not rely on your children. In fact, your children and your in-laws will be very happy to see you, because you are more likely to have spare cash to be gifting rather than begging. That is how to live intentionally, not haphazardly, so that you don't suffer and you don't create inconvenience for those around you. As I said, there's a full course for this with more details, but this is all I am able to put on here to get you thinking. Let me know where you are at in this journey. Let me know your plans. If you didn't start at 25, well, you can take a 10-year mortgage rather than a 25-year mortgage. It means that monthly it will pain you to pay, but you could still offset the deficits. Let's talk in the comment section.